Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Idar. Today I would like to present my front-end analysis plan on academic performance gap of students at Bilimkhana schools. Um, this presentation is based on the case of the company at which I previously worked at. It's Bilimkhana Foundation. Um, Here's my content. First, let me briefly talk about Bilimkhana Foundation and its mission. Bilimkhana Foundation was founded fairly recently in 2011. It is a privately owned educational organization which currently runs a network of 14 K-12 schools throughout Kyrgyz Republic. The mission of Bilimkhana is to extend its network to 35 schools throughout the country within the next 10 years that will prepare a new generation of educated, globally competitive, and successful people who will contribute to the well-being of Kyrgyz Republic in the near future. Performance problem context. The goal of Bilimkhana Foundation is to prepare highly educated graduates who will be able to get accepted and succeed at prestigious local and international universities. The main measurement criteria of Bilimkhana's achievement is acceptance and academic performance of our students at these prestigious universities. There is only one university in Kyrgyz Republic that meets the quality standards of an international university. That is the American University in Central Asia. As Bilimkhana and American University are close partners, which founded a joint school aimed at preparing students for studying at AUCA, Bilimkhana has an access to transcripts of its graduates. In 2019, we started an evaluation of Bilimkhana graduates who graduated in 2017 and 2018 and who are currently studying at AUCA. The analysis period included 4 semesters starting from fall 2017 until spring 2019. Unfortunately, this evaluation revealed academic performance gap of Bilimkhana graduates studying at American University. Bilimkhana expected GPAs of its graduates not less than 3.2. However, based on 38 students currently studying at American University, the average GPA was 2.59. Such a significant discrepancy between expected GPAs and current GPAs of Bilimkhana graduates prompted us to analyze and determine whether Bilimkhana schools are not achieving its goals in preparing students for successful academic performance in a higher education. Importance of problem. Determining the real causes of low academic performance of our graduates at the UCA is of strategic importance for the whole organization. Bilimkhana positions itself as an educational organization that follows the modern global educational trends and strives to prepare its students to be competitive globally. Through analysis is crucial for determining the real causes of graduates' low performance at the UCA. If our analysis reveals that Bilimkhana is not meeting its goal in preparing students with high education quality, then immediate actions are to be taken. Failure to acknowledge and solve the academic performance problem of our graduates will result in continuation of ineffective teaching by our schools. The influence of Bilimkhana's actions or inactions towards this problem is enormous, since more than 4,000 students who are currently studying at Bilimkhana schools will be affected. In the long term, this problem might affect Bilimkhana schools' image negatively. That will result in low student enrollment and sustainability of the whole organization. Additionally, failure to solve this problem will lead to loss of financial and intellectual support from investors and financial institutions, and also loss of partnership with prominent local and international educational institutions. front-end analysis plan. Our front-end analysis plan will be based on a Harless model. I chose this model because as it is a very simple to use and straightforward in addressing performance problems. In conducting front-end analysis plan, in our case, we will follow the steps of the model, which are basically to narrow the problem area, describe the problem, hypothesize causes, test each hypothesis, describe solution alternatives, and select best alternative. Here you can see the chart of the Harless model. Data collection tools. In order to determine the causes of Bilimkhana's graduates' academic performance gap at American University, we will employ the following data collection tools. First, analysis of Bilimkhana's graduates' transcripts studying at American University. As it was mentioned earlier, through partnership with this university, Bilimkhana can request transcripts of its graduates for their academic performance analysis. Careful analysis of their transcripts will enable us to determine subjects where our graduates are particularly struggling at. This information will help us conduct further analysis if our schools and teachers are providing required prerequisites to our students. The second tool is interview with Bilimkhana graduates and their instructors at American University. It is not rare when students performing well at school do not succeed in college. New environment and living far from home, parents, and friends might pose psychological obstacles due to which students might perform poorly in college. Interviewing students will enable us to determine what difficulties they face that negatively influence their studies in college. For interviewing, a sample of 8 from 8 up to 10 students will be selected. Third tool is we will interview American University instructors of our graduates. During these interviews, we will collect data on subjects where Bilimkhana are struggling and what skills they are missing that negatively influence their performance. The fourth tool is focus groups of Bilimkhana teachers. After analyzing students' transcripts and determining certain subjects that they struggle with, we will convene a focus group consisting of Bilimkhana teachers. These focus groups consisting of 3-4 teachers of one subject or different subjects will help us determine what kind of knowledge and skills teachers failed to provide to students that negatively affected their academic performance. And the last tool is observation of classes. After talking to our graduates, their instructors, and our teachers, we're planning to have an idea in which subjects our students particularly struggle. We'll go and observe these classes at Bilimkhana schools that will help us assess teachers' qualification and determine if their teaching approach and techniques are helping students acquire necessary knowledge and master skills that are important to succeed in college. Causes and solutions. We identified 3 areas for causes of students' academic performance gap. Here we will talk the potential causes in these areas and our proposed solutions to these problems. The first category is skills and knowledge. Insufficient level of English. American University in Central Asia requires from its incoming students a certain level of English language, since all courses are taught in English. A student lacking knowledge in English is likely to have difficulties in classes by being unable to express his or her thoughts in class, understand academic texts, and write research papers. Bilimkhana schools teach all subjects in Russian and Kyrgyz languages. English language is taught only 4 hours a week as a separate individual subject. If it is revealed that the cause of poor academic performance of Bilimkhana graduates is due to English knowledge, then further analysis will be conducted pertaining to instructional and non-instructional areas. The first area of analysis is determining the sufficiency of hours quantity of English at Bilimkhana schools across all K-12 grades. In improving students' English, a non-instructional measure can be taken by increasing the quantity of hours of English classes. The second cause might be Bilimkhana teachers' qualification. Unfortunately, the profession of a teacher in Kyrgyz Republic is one of the least popular one due to low wages. There are not that many highly qualified teachers in the job market. Therefore, the main reason for students' poor preparedness for college is likely to be low qualification of teachers. Thus, it is important to establish certain criteria for all teachers and then determine if their qualifications meet these criteria. In case of insufficient qualification, an instructional measure will be taken by providing trainings to these teachers. Another potential cause might be students' soft skills. As any American educational institution, American University strives to promote critical skills, communication and collaboration skills, and independent working. We suppose that these skills are crucial in succeeding at this university. Unfortunately, schools in Kyrgyz Republic still use outdated learning materials and teaching methodologies remaining from the Soviet Union or modified by scholars from the current Russian Federation. This outdated approach is teacher-centered, whereas American University promotes learner-centered style of teaching. We suppose that teacher-centered style of teaching does not develop skills such as creativity, critical thinking, independent generation and expression of one's opinion, communication, and collaboration. Lack of these skills might have negatively affected students' academic performance at the university. Therefore, it is important to determine if Bilimkhana teachers are teaching these skills in their classes. If this is not the case, an instructional measure will be taken by training teachers on designing their lessons in a way that these skills are developed. Another category of potential causes of academic performance gap of our students is motivation. Let's start from teachers' motivation. As it was mentioned above, the general level of teachers' salaries is low compared to other professions. An average salary is hardly enough for supporting basic needs of a teacher. Thus, besides their main job, most of teachers work elsewhere as a private tutor and part-time teacher at other schools. Additionally, they work on weekends and during summertime. Due to such heavy workload during the year, teachers lose motivation in improving their teaching and raising their qualifications. As a result, students end up getting low education quality. In order to increase teachers' motivation in improving their teaching, Bilimkhana could change its policy in regards to remuneration by increasing it to a competitive level. Additionally, bonuses for teachers could be established. Another potential cause is students' motivation. As it was mentioned earlier, the teaching approach and curriculum have not changed significantly since the collapse of the Soviet Union. Teachers are still being trained to teach in the way they used to 30 years ago. However, the current way of life is dynamic with high presence of technologies in all aspects of life. Unfortunately, modern educational technologies have not penetrated the education system in Kyrgyz Republic. Thus, the possible reason for students' low education quality might be uninteresting and unexciting way of teaching due to absence of modern educational technologies in classes. It is likely that active application of modern educational technologies in classes will increase students' motivation to learn and succeed in studies. And the last category of potential cause is environmental. So it's about curriculum. As we analyzed the first and second years of Bilimkhana graduates at American University, where predominantly general education subjects are taught, we plan to determine if there are certain areas where students particularly struggle. The possible cause of their struggling in these subjects could be absence of required prerequisites. In this case, non-instructional measure will be taken by changing the whole curriculum for Bilimkhana schools through necessary subjects and removing unnecessary ones. Thank you for your attention. If you have questions, I will be happy to answer them in discussion board.